the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
Here's McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy. A quick hitter complete. It's Holloway. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The Vikings at 2-3 here to begin the new season. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Open man, that's Fulton. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30.
13 yards.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
First down.
That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
Now McCarthy. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Viking 18.
Throwing is McCarthy. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
4-yard gain.
As long as you bring the air attack, has gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Ready. Coca 19.
Looking to throw McCarthy. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. After right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Touchdown. This is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone, and they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Play action. Now Williams. That's caught. Downfield, it's Lane. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
Well, that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And some good running out of the gates as he takes himself to the 33. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Looking to throw is Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble and gets him a 1st down.
52nd and short. That gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some. And made that snap a huge success.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lane. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Dobbins is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 40-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. And it's caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Touchdown, Houston.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Texans take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
It's your money, y'all. I put money down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Looking left sideline is complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Set up. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
Looking to throw. McCarthy under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Dragon 60.
Back to throw. McCarthy. Pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
He had some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let go.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down.
Ryan Fitzgerald on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and you can let some field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up. They kind of will. Do a little bit of a reset for this team, but it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On play action is Williams. And this one is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Williams. They set up the screen for Dobbins. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 leaving.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Throwing is Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the move you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
at their own 36-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. And this is caught inside the 5. A huge play there for Houston. 47 yards.
That's another Texans first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
But somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off. 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 What is that?
Here's Williams. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins with career touchdown number 70. And the Texans have moved out in front.
The kick is good.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's on his way. And they will score. Pick 6. for the Texans TD. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10. And they're all 27-yard line.
You were dropping a minute but can't steer it no more. Riding the wave but now you're chilling on shore. It's used to being rich when your inside's poor. It's a this, but you don't want to see more. You want to see more, but you only see some. Life just slows you down. Your body
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, Patton, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Mixon with a first down carry. Taken down at the 42.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. And that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here we go, set.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Operating from the gun, McCarthy throwing the out route incomplete. It's Barnes. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Back to throw. McCarthy. He's got his man on the crossing route. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From the shotgun, McCarthy. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ty Felton as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-17. As the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. To the air, Williams. He's got his man, it's Pierce. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Ryan Fitzgerald set to kick off.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case, not only want to put in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. To throw, Williams. Finds his man. There's Jordy Madison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Watch out, watch out.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a second and 8. Looking to throw. Williams. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot. Backed up. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football open and drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 39 yards there, a big one.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, But that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. With his second TD of the game, his sixth on the year. And the Vikings have retaken a third-quarter lead. Point after right down the middle. That gives him a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone. It looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Off the play fake, Williams. And this throw incomplete. They're all over in that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
But two good plays on this one, Brandon. The first one at the quarterback because the pressure affected his throw, and I think it forced him to throw away from his designated target. And how about the second bit of pressure downfield? Receiver going up for the pass, helping force that incompletion.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he is going to be stone cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. How about the example right here?
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Working out of the gun, Williams. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. From the gun, here's Williams. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going for it with Dobbins. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. He may go. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly. Big-time charge all the way to the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of that.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Williams. Left side, he finds Pierce. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Alec Pierce, 41 yards. And the Texans are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. The PAT good. It would draw them closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to put a drive together. They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
2nd and 10. On play action, McCarthy. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 69 yards. And the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And these guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Williams looking to do it himself. There's a short one pulled in by Simmett. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. Back to throw. Williams. Over the middle, complete to Addison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
15 yards on the play. And the Texans first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's complete to Pierce. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
17 yards. And the Texans first down.
To the air once more, Williams. Oh, no, lost the football. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Completes it to Coleman. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
The 17-yard line.
Looking to throw is Williams. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
A handoff running left is Dobbins. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
3rd and 6.
Looking to throw. Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Texans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to draw that one free.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Williams. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
That's complete to his rookie second-round pick. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A short throw to Ingram. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now a 2nd and 6. Throwing is McCarthy. For Kittle here, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Roll! Check 70 Lions! 70
That one looks like he'll throw here. That is intercepted. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. My, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
Yeah, I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception. Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
But they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. He's back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He'll look to throw. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
And see if you get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Final minute. One timeout remaining. First and 10. They'll look to throw. He's able to get it to Coleman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's first and goal. Back to throw. And he's got it.
And that absolutely cannot happen. Just a gain of a yard in this situation, you've got to get chunks of yardage. Otherwise, the defense very happy with what you're doing.
At the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Dobbins trying the left side. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
The extra point now for Borregales. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This is first and 10.
Let's go now.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Here comes second down. Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll wind up getting about 8, but the clock will run. Also, don't forget, it's now 3rd down.
Gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 11.
And they are able to spike it, cutting it close, but 2 seconds left on the clock. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
79 Broncos. Go. Panther 60.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is